Hey there, just wanted to talk a little bit about healthy eating on the run. I love making salads, and I make them typically in advance. So I like to make a big salad so that I have a little bit left over for the next meal. But I just wanted to demonstrate a real quick salad that only takes very few minutes. So I grabbed a few essentials, and I'm going to make a homemade dressing, and I've also combined this with a small serving of a toasted tomato feta grilled open-faced sandwich. So I'll get back to the preparation here. So basically the idea of creating a salad for me is that I'm looking for flavor as well as some texture and some color, and so I typically change up my salads as much as I can because that's good for my gut, for my microbiome. So today I've chosen the cauliflower that I'm throwing in here now. I've also added some cucumber, and I apologize for the noise, but I just wanted this to be sort of an interactive type of a session. So I'm also putting in some broccoli, and again, chopping it up somewhat fine, but I don't have to be overly careful with my sizes. And I also decided that my lettuce of choice today is going to be spinach. I like choosing spinach. It's a nice dark leafy green that also has a little bit of protein in it, because I actually chosen not to put meat in today's salad, but I'm going to put some nuts and some seeds, and I'm also going to add a little bit of miso paste, which is a soybean product. So it's organic, and I'm actually going to put that into my salad dressing. Typically I would pre-make my salad dressing in a mason jar, but I just wanted to demonstrate for the sake of timing how you can actually throw it in the bowl and mix and go, right? So just finishing up with my spinach here, and you'll notice that I have a nice large bowl. I worked at a restaurant a while back, and I loved how they would pre-make the salads and throw the dressing into the bowl before serving it on the plate. And I thought, wow, that is just so cool. I'm actually cutting up right now. These are sun-dried tomatoes that I purchased in oil. So I just wanted to have that nice flavor. So I've cut them up into small pieces, throwing that in. And I also love ginger, so I've just cut a piece of ginger here. And I don't know about you, but years ago I used to try to trim and cut all the little brown pieces off, and I've learned a couple of cool ideas. My mom used to use a carrot peeler, and I use the back of a spoon. Sometimes I'll use a knife as well, but basically you just rub the spoon along the edge, and it just seems to preserve quite a bit of your ginger, and it just takes that little sheath that goes around the ginger, cleans it off pretty quickly and cleanly. So I just wanted to share that with you. I love that little tip. Instead of going back and trying to cut all those edges off. So again, I'm just going to give that a nice chop. Wonderful. There we go. And again, I love ginger, so I put quite a bit of ginger in there. So now, time to get to the dressing. So as I said, typically I would put all of this in a mason jar and mix it up nicely, but I'm going to just try this out and just make it as we go. So this is a little bit of apple cider vinegar. I'm just going to put about a tablespoon of that in. Maybe I'll go 2. I have some coconut, a can of coconut here that I've put into a mason jar, so I just love the flavor of coconut, so I'm going to use a tablespoon of that. Throwing that in. I mentioned my miso paste, so this happens to be one called soybean paste. It's a white type, and I love the flavor of this, and the fact that it gives me a little bit of protein as well. So I'm going to put about a tablespoon of that in. I pre-made some tea, so sometimes I just like to put a little bit of that in. And for a little extra protein, I'm going to put some sunflower seeds in there today. And some organic flax seeds. A couple tablespoons of that in as well. There we go. Great. And so basically, then what I do is I'll either take 2 spoons or a spoon and a fork. Sometimes I like to use the fork because I'm mashing the soybean paste into the spoon, okay? Because it's in a bit of a paste, right? So taking that coconut, taking the soybean paste, I'm taking the back of my fork and I'm mashing it into the spoon, mixing it all through. Great. So that's it. Done and done. Now what I'll do is I'll pull my plate forward. So I actually have my 1 slice of gluten-free bread, and I put some tomato on there, and then some goat cheese. Actually, I think I mentioned it as feta earlier. So then I just put that in my my little toaster oven while I was cutting, and now, as you can see, got my salad ready. I have my little crust of bread with the toasted cheese ready, and I'm good to go. So just wanted to share that with you today. I hope you're having a great, wonderful day, and that you add more veggies into your diet today. Okay, talk to you soon.